She told you she'd never hurt you. She said you were different, and yet, look at you now, haunted by her silence, replaying every memory like a movie that never ends. You keep wondering, what did I do wrong? But the truth is far darker than that. The most dangerous thing a man can ever do to a woman isn't to hurt her. It's to make her lose control, to make her obsessed, to make her feel powerless the way she once made you feel. Before we go deeper, tell me, what were her last words before she walked away? Type them below, because once you hear what I'm about to reveal, you'll never look at women or yourself the same way again. 1. The power shift. Every woman tests the man she's with, not always to destroy him, but to measure him. She wants to see if your emotions belong to her or to yourself. When you flinch at her silence, panic at her withdrawal, or chase her after a fight, she learns something, that she can control your state of mind. But the day you stop reacting, the day you remain calm while she storms, and everything changes. Because women are not used to emotional stillness in men, it confuses them. It pulls them in. She starts asking herself, why isn't he chasing? Doesn't he care? And that confusion turns into attraction. Because what she can't control, she craves. 2. The law of emotional control. Men lose power the moment they lose emotional control. When she says something hurtful and you explode, she wins. When she ignores you and you beg for attention, she wins. When you overthink her every move, she wins again. But when you remain calm, when you look at her with quiet understanding, instead of panic, something inside her shifts. She starts seeing you differently. You're no longer predictable. You're no longer the man she can easily manipulate with her beauty or her emotions. You've become the man she respects and secretly fears losing. 3. The silence that screams. Nothing drives a woman crazier than silence. Not ghosting, but calm, purposeful silence. When she expects anger but gets indifference, when she tries to provoke emotion but finds peace instead, her mind starts to spiral. She replays your last words, your last look, your last reaction, over and over, and trying to find meaning in your silence. That's when she begins to realize she's no longer in control of the narrative. You are. Because the man who speaks less but means more and owns the room. Silence, when mastered, isn't weakness. It's dominance disguised as peace. To the danger of self-respect. The most dangerous thing a man can ever show a woman is self-respect. Because real self-respect isn't arrogance, it's emotional independence. It means you're not scared to lose her. You can love her deeply, care for her fully, but never at the cost of your dignity. A man who can walk away when he's disrespected is a man who cannot be emotionally destroyed. And that terrifies women more than anything. Because every woman knows, and the man she can't break, she can never fully own. 5. The mirror effect. The moment you stop chasing her validation, something strange happens. She starts chasing yours. You become her mirror. She sees her emotional games reflected back at her. And for the first time, she realizes how hollow they are, because she can't win with manipulation anymore. You don't react, you don't beg, and you don't need her approval to feel worthy. She's forced to see her own reflection in your calmness. And that's the most uncomfortable feeling a woman can experience. To see her own chaos met with serenity. 6. The unpredictable man. Most men are too easy to read. One compliment and they melt. One silent treatment and they crumble. But the unpredictable man, the one who doesn't react by the script, becomes irresistible. She doesn't know when you'll call, what you're thinking, or how much you care, and that mystery eats at her. Because women are emotional detectives and they need answers. When you give her none, she becomes addicted to the chase. Your emotional balance becomes her puzzle. And the more she tries to solve it, the more she invests in you. 7. The power of absence. Presence attracts. Absence obsesses. When you finally pull away, not to punish her, but to protect your peace, she feels it. Your silence becomes louder than any argument. She starts checking your social media, replaying old conversations, and wondering if you've moved on. Because the truth is, women never forget the men who made them feel powerless. And nothing makes her feel more powerless than realizing she lost a man who was never trying to keep her in the first place. The Stoic edge. A Stoic man is not emotionless, he's emotionally intelligent. He feels everything, but he doesn't let those feelings control him. That's what separates him from ordinary men. While others react, he observes. While others chase, he attracts. Because Stoicism isn't about coldness, it's about strength. It's about looking at chaos and saying, I will not be moved. That kind of power doesn't just attract women. It commands respect from everyone around you. Aren't the psychology of female desire. Women don't fall for men they can control. They fall for men they can't fully figure out. The man who makes her feel safe yet challenges her emotionally becomes unforgettable. She'll never say it out loud, but she respects the man who can say no, because that no shows boundaries, and boundaries show strength. A man who respects himself becomes a man she subconsciously wants to impress, because deep down she knows, if he chose her, it's not out of need. It's out of genuine desire. 10. The ultimate reversal. At some point, every woman who lost a strong man faces the same realization. She'll look back and remember your calmness, your peace, your silence, and it will haunt her, because she'll realize she didn't lose a man who didn't care. She lost a man who cared deeply but refused to be controlled. And that's the kind of regret that never fades. Because you were never just another man. You were the mirror that exposed her games, the lesson that redefined her standards, and the calm she can never find again. Conclusion: the most dangerous thing a man can do to a woman is to master himself. When you stop chasing, stop explaining, and stop needing, and you rise, you stop being one of many and become the one she'll never forget. Because control isn't about dominance, it's about emotional discipline. You are calm because you understand. You are silent because you've learned. And you walk away, not out of pride, but because your peace is worth more than her approval. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.